Good day, learners. Welcome to Mathematical Literacy, Grade 11. I am Miss Ninober Vermeulen, and today we will go through some final exam prep for paper 2. What are we going to do today? We are going to look at question 3 and 4, and please remember sometimes there might be a question 5. Question 3 will be on measurement, and then question 4 and question 5, if need be, will be integrated topics between measurement, maps and scale, and please don't forget probability. It might only be 5%, but that can be 5% from your distinction. And then just before we go, I will give you some tips on the exam. Now let's look at question 3, which is measurement. A brick company truck transports a load of 2,793 bricks. The dimensions of each brick are 21 centimeters by 102 millimeters by 6.5 centimeters. Now, before we even continue reading, look at this. They gave us a dimension in centimeter, in millimeter, and then in centimeters, meaning somewhere we will need to convert, and we need to pay special attention to the answer or to the question where they ask you to give the answer in a specific unit. Then you'll know how to convert. And then the rest says the weight of one brick is 3.25 kilograms. So just again, here is the dimensions: centimeters, centimeters, millimeters. Remember, we can convert that quickly to 10.25 centimeters, and then everything is in centimeters, and it weighs 3.275 kilograms. Don't be afraid to scratch on your paper. Make notes as far as you go so that you can refer back to that, and you don't need to read all the unnecessary information. Calculate the total surface area in centimeters squared of 500 bricks. Use the following formula: 2 times length times breadth plus 2 times length times height and 2 times breadth times height. So now we need to remember we already converted to 10.25 centimeters. So now we have all our dimensions. Then firstly we are going to substitute, and then we're going to say 500 times my answer in step 1. And that is how you'll do that one. Let's look at the next one. Determine the number of complete pallets. Guys, the word complete is a key word, very important to take note. In one full truckload, if one pallet has got 500 bricks. Remember, a truck transports a load of 2,793 bricks. So now what we need to do is we need to say, well, okay, 2,793 divided by 500, and then we need to round down to a whole number. And that is my tip for this question. Alex bought 3,300 bricks to build his house. The builders used 50 bricks per square meter. Calculate the area of the house if there is 75 bricks that were not used. This is complicated, but luckily they give us a formula. And then guys, remember, use the formulas given to you because it's the quickest way possible. So they say the area of the house will be the bricks bought minus the bricks not used divided by the number of bricks per square meter. So the bricks bought will be 3,300 minus the bricks not used, 75, divided by the number of bricks per square meter, and it says they used 50 bricks per square meter, so it's 50. Can you see here where I'm working with the information, it gets quite scratched, and that's why I say make notes as you highlight your keywords. Show that the volume of one brick is 1,432,44 cubed centimeters. Use the formula volume is length times breadth times height. So now we want to show the examiner that the volume is 1432.44. So meaning we need to get to this as an answer. Now we will say the length is 21,5, we're working in centimeters, times the width of 10,25, remember we converted, times the height of 6,5, and then hopefully you will get to the answer that they asked you to show. Please do not get confused if your answer is incorrect. Sometimes that might be a catch, but just double check. Let's look at another example. The Thaba's parents are building a double garage and a sleep-out room. So the sketch that they are giving us is a floor plan, and we can see it's a double garage and the sleep-out room, and they give us dimensions 9,000 and 6,000. That means it's the real dimensions in millimeters. Please remember that floor plans usually will be indicated in millimeters. Determine the area of the double garage excluding the sleep-out room if the bathroom is 3 meters. So that is 3 meters, so it's going to be 3,000 millimeters there. So what you're going to do is, firstly, I'm going to calculate my length, which is 9,000 minus the 3,000, and that will be 6,000. But now they want us to write the answer in meters squared, so it's going to be 6 meters. And then the area is going to be 6 by 6, so it's 6 by 6, and I think that is 36 meters squared. And that is how you'll do a question like this. Determine the total volume of the concrete slab needed for the double garage and the sleep-out room if the thickness of the concrete slab is approximately 30 centimeters. Remember, the length is 6 meters, the width is 3 meters, and then we have the depth of 30 centimeters, and then that will be 0,3 meters. They did not ask in any specific unit of measurement, but because most is in meters, we will work in meters. So then we'll know volume is going to be 6 times 3 times 0,3, and that you don't need to know on your own. Yeah, they would have said use the formula volume is length times width times height. So they will give the formula for you to work with. Last question. 2 bags of cement are needed for a concrete slab of 0.3 meters cubed. How many bags of cement will be needed to floor the whole double garage and sleep-out room with concrete slabs? So they want to know how many bags. What's going to happen here is you are going to take your answer from B. Say for instance, because we didn't calculate it now, say for instance it was 30. That's a lot. Cube meters, but anyways, then we will say that divided by the 0.3 meters squared, and your answer you'll multiply by 2. That will be your answer. It's not a 0. And that is how you will look at question 3. I hope this helped. Let's take a break. I'll see you just now.